Monster RX93.1 presents All Out, your daily morning pick-me-up. All out hits, all out celebrity interviews, all out sports and showbiz news. Your hosts, Rico and Karla Aguas.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Cosmo Midnight with Rule. She is live, right straight from a living room with a blue cup. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Joining us with Karla Aguas, Ylona Garcia. Ilo, what up?
Hey, guys. All right, so we're on here. Forget Monsters. We're on Facebook.com/RX931 as well. We've been talking to Ylona over there. You can also comment your questions, or you can go to our Instagram because we've been getting a lot of questions over there. Ilo, we want to know, what have you been up to? What have you been doing the past few weeks, girl?
The past few weeks, I've just been doing my normal routine. I like how you got me all hyped up, and I was like, you know what, the past few weeks.
Intro.
Okay, wait, let me just calm down for a bit. So, okay. The usual routine I do is basically what I've been doing. You know, even before this quarantine, I've just been doing the normal things I do because I love to stay home. That's just me. So I've just been reading books. I actually haven't even been watching movies lately. But I've been reading books most of the time, / mangas. I've been studying. I've been making sure to do my daily rounds on social media so that my fans are always updated and feel like they have someone there. Eating, cooking, cleaning, sleeping, yoga, painting, songwriting. There you go.
Hey, she's only 18. Remember what? So much.
I'm just doing my usual stuff.
Right?
Painting, I work out too. I look fabulous. Okay, Rico said 18. We want to talk about this. Belated happy birthday. Your debut was probably one of the most glamorous events I have ever seen, on social media. When I saw the pictures, pre-debut, I was like, how is she so freaking First of all, when most of us were turning 18, we were awkward.
No, don't say that.
We're not yet developed. There were things that were not supposed to be there, and they were there. And you looked straight up
right?
Goddess. You looked amazing. Did you conceptualize that theme all on your own? Did you decide that's what you wanted?
Yes. Actually, I didn't really want a huge party to begin with, but my mom was really pushing for it and she really wanted it. So I was just like, okay, if you're going to nag me about this all the time, well, I'll give in, but it has to be under my conditions. I have to be the one to have the full say, have the creative input in what the party is going to be like. I mean, the people that are going to attend, which are the people that are close to me, I want to make sure that they enter a party where they feel like they're celebrating who I am. So that's basically what happened.
And I read somewhere that it was actually you did it because you wanted to also, the theme of it was somehow to pay tribute to your grandfather or to celebrate your grandfather. So can you tell us about that?
Okay, sure. Whenever you celebrate parties, and this is what I always say, what do you think about the most? What is the main point of having a party? It's to celebrate the person, right? So, and what I love about parties is where you create memories, everlasting memories that should make you happy. So what I was thinking is, what makes me happy and what can I share with everybody? And I immediately thought of my grandpa, and those were all my favorite memories. So what my grandpa would always do is he would take me to the park, get me some McDonald's. He'd always sing these 50s songs, especially the song Unchained Melody.
Hey, okay.
Yeah. And he'd always dress like a 50s person. So I was just like, okay, you know what? Let's take people to the world of the 50s, and it would bring me back to the memories with my grandpa, and it would be really nice. So let's just share that with everybody. And that's what happened. Yeah.
Wow.
So much more special when you know that insider information. Like, because I just thought, like, oh my God, like, she is so freaking cool. Like, to pick that era and, like, to have that design. But there was a deeper meaning to it, a more special meaning as to why you did it. And I just think that's fab. Can you stop? Like,
No, okay.
I am fangirling so hard right now. I'm not even going to pretend. Like, I love that. I love that about you. Like, seriously. So you didn't want the whole big party, but your mom being a mom was like, no, Ylona, you only turn 18 once. We're going to have this. You did it on your own terms. I love that. Were you very hands-on with everything? Like the design, how the tables were going to look? Like, did they have to course it through you and then you approved stuff? Or did you tell them, like, have your way and then I'll let you know if I like it or not?
Well, a bit of both, actually. So I would tell them I would want this here, I'd want this here, I'd want that there, I want this there. Like, I admit I was a bit of a diva. But like, I was just like, if it's not gonna be like this, then this party ain't gonna happen. But Gideon, the person that designed the whole theme of the like party, like that put the chairs here, that put everything where they are, he was very, very considerate of all that I was saying, you know, amidst the craziness of everything I was saying. he was just really like nice about it, and he was very hands-on and great.
Gideon could always make wonders and miracles, and always a masterpiece.
Definitely
out there, you know. So it was cool. So the 18th party, it was
my fairy godmother.
Did you perform your songs, or did you just?
Yes.
But what was the highlight? Like a top 3 highlight.
The top 3 things that happened.
Top 3. Okay. So wait.
If I could remember it.
I feel like when I first walked through the entrance, I think that was like number 1 for me, because there were like different like phases. Like there was, I don't even know how to say this. When you walk in the entrance, there's this like, it's full of
like a hall.
They display how do I say this? You know, like there's a projector.
Yeah.
There's a projector, and it projects a video, right? So that's what happened. And it was like there was like these white strings. It was like wait, okay. Yeah, there's these white strings, and it's projecting a video that I edited that are full of my favorite 50s films.
Okay.
So they were projecting that, and then after going through that phase, I guess, there's basically the next stage of like a lot of light bulbs in your eyes.
Oh wow!
Like, it's so bright. Yeah.
So it was like super stardom. It's like hitting the stage. It's like when Beyonce hits the stage, and you know all you have is the light.
Like seeing stars.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the first stage is basically, it's like very theater-like, where you only see like, you know, films and stuff just shining on your face. And then it's like the second stage is full of stars. Then the third stage is when you actually enter the party room, where it's just, everything is like bright, seems kind of burlesque-y, but more suited for children. You know what I mean?
For age.
So it's like Moulin Rouge.
But, you know, age appropriate.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that you were responsible enough to also think, okay, like we could do so much with this, but at the same time, y'all, we're 18. We're gonna keep it
And
18 appropriate.
And not just that, like I have a few friends that are also like minors. Like they're like
turning 18.
7 years old. So like I had like people that age joining my party. So I was just like, okay, I just got to make sure that this whole thing is like for all ages. So it was like, that was the whole feel of it. It was really like you're in a jazz club back in the 50s. Yeah.
That is
great. So that's what happened. You had your wonderful 18th party. Cut to this happens. And like you said earlier, I mean, you've always been a homebody. You like staying home, so you've been keeping yourself busy. A lot of your fans do want to know, though, what exactly, like you said earlier, you love books, right? what's a book that you might just have finished or you're currently reading that you can share with everyone that like, oh, you guys got to read this book. It's awesome. Because we're getting some fan questions about books.
Ooh.
We're gonna have that, Elo. We're gonna have those top 5 book recommendations that you got in just a bit. We'll get some fan questions on Facebook Live. We could answer some of the fan questions, but also on air, we'll be doing that. So for those tuning in, if you have any questions for Ylona Garcia, do send them in. Karla, what's the hashtag?
Hashtag Ylona goes all out at RX931.
Yeah, boy. Wait, what?
Yeah,
Am I supposed to answer that
girl? We're on Facebook Live, by the way. Say what's up to all your fans. They're all there being sweet.
What's up, guys?
You were so well loved. I love it.
Oh.
All right, here we go. Somebody's asking here, are you going to go back to acting?
Probably in the future. I just don't see it right now.
It's music, right? It's music. All about
Yeah,
music.
right now it's music.
What have you been up to in terms of music? Like, have you been writing more? Have you been just making covers? Like, people want to know what exactly have you been up to music-wise?
I'm actually getting a song ready for everybody to hear. Yeah, I'm just waiting for everything to be settled. But other than putting a new song out, which is supposed to be a surprise, but you know what? I'll just feed it to the
Monster
y'all.
Give us that exclusive.
I've been songwriting so far. Sorry?
Giving us that song exclusive, that drop.
I love it. What have you been writing about? Like, what has been inspiring you lately? Because we can't go out, we can't see other people. So where are you drawing this inspiration from for your music?
Myself. I think one of the biggest inspirations, and I mean this in the least, how do I say this? Least narcissistic way. But like, I am so inspired by growth, and I'm just really proud. I feel like everybody should like give themselves a pat on the back by making it this far in life. And like, I'm just proud that I've even achieved being 18, and that I've made it through all the experiences I've been through. And like, that's right there is growth, acknowledging, accepting, and moving forward. And like, that's been my inspiration so far and ever since.
Wow.
Such an old soul. It's like I feel like you're somebody who's like so wise. Like, yes, Sensei, tell me more. Joy asking on Facebook.
Sensei.
What's your current mood song right now? Like, what song have you been playing on repeat?
Oh my God. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
The Weeknd's After Hours album.
It's
so funny because like I had this phase where I was just like listening to Taylor Swift nonstop. Her Reputation, her Lover album, and then Reputation. It's so weird because I never listened to her Reputation album, and I just it's not that I didn't want to. It just it never came to mind.
Yeah.
So I listened to Lover, and then I had the Reputation phase, and then now I'm listening to The Weeknd's After Hours, and Dua Lipa's Future Nostalgia.
Oh, it's good.
It's like, woo, doing the rounds. It's crazy.
Do you see your music video turning out like that? Like dancing like Dua Lipa?
I have no idea. I have no idea how my music's going to turn out in the future, but I hope it goes well. I'll just leave it at that.
Go well, girl. You're so talented. By the way, say what's up to JR. He's locked in on Facebook Live.
What? JR?
I was your favorite. JR, you're my favorite, like, male artist-wise, okay? But, like, Ylona is, like, what I wish I was when I was 18. Not the stupid Karla that I was back then.
Oh. Karla, they'll sign you. They'll sign you at Homeworks right now. No,
I don't want to give Homeworks a bad rep when they really I cannot sing to save my life. Ylona, some of your fans want to know: are you willing to do like an IG live concert, acoustic, unplugged type thing? Because how like so many artists now are just whipping out their phones. They're going on IG live. They're singing a couple of songs. Would you be open to doing something like that for your fans?
Well, I've actually been thinking about that. Yeah. When everything is settled, like there's just so many things that I have to make sure is settled before that happens. But like, I would love to do that.
But as a treat, she will be performing. She gave us a performance later, so she will be performing a couple of songs. So you just gotta watch out.
Like that, okay?
All you
That's how it is
monsters.
on the Monster.
So you have 2 songs. Are you writing Tagalog songs as well? Are you looking to pen some?
Well, I actually have. Just most of them I'm not really proud of, but like I have been writing Tagalog songs.
Because the last one that I got to hear when you did a Tagalog song, it was in the PBB house.
Yeah.
I think it was like your talent night or something that you.
Magmahal Muli.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was that time you were with. Then there's somebody was rapping. It was just that we had to go there and watch you guys perform with your piano. So I'm like, hey, okay. I was like, this girl's like a young Alicia Keys. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
Hey,
I sucked really bad.
That was cool.
Looking back at that performance, I was just like, girl, what are you doing? What are you wearing?
She had a choker. She had the Ariana Grande choker going on.
It's all about growth, remember, girl? You said you're all about growth. So
right? It's all about growth. So without being my embarrassing self from before, I wouldn't become the person I am now. So it's like that's all good. And the same applies to you guys.
Hey! Left off for the monsters that are tuned in on air. Don't forget, we're also on Facebook Live, facebook.com/RX931. We left you hanging with a question. Since Ylona loves to read, and I know a bunch of you monsters are looking for new ways to entertain yourselves and keep busy, Ylona, top 5 books that you can recommend, whether you've read them before, or rereading them, or you just finished reading a certain book. Give us some 5 book suggestions, girl. Go. I'm writing it down.
Okay. Well, number 1, and I would love everybody to read this. It's called The Courage to be Disliked.
Oh my.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's it by?
It's by Ichiro Kishimi and Fumitake Koga.
Nice. What is it about?
It's basically the Japanese phenomenon that shows you how to change your life and achieve real happiness.
Mhm.
And it's for real. Like, I applied most of the things that, that says here in the book. And it was definitely life-changing, and good and bad, You got to take in the good with the bad, so the bad with the good, with a grain of salt. Yeah. it's really a good read. Okay, guys. So.
All right, so that's the first one. The Courage to be Disliked. I wrote it down. Give us
Yay! Okay. This one is called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
Hey.
Yes. Yeah, guys. Mm-hmm. Ela was hardcore like that. By
expecting like young adult love books, and like she's hitting us up with like, yo, this is how to change your life according to the Japanese, and then this one's about wealth, because I'm 18 and conquering the world. Okay.
I gotta know what to do with the millions, something like that. You know what I'm saying? It starts with the mindset.
Yes, it's always the mindset. You gotta start working.
All right. Cool.
Actually, if I could go back to The Courage to be Disliked, I've always been interested in the Japanese culture. So like when I first saw it on the bookshelf in the bookstore, I was just like, oh my God, okay, this is cool. But when I saw the title, The Courage to be Disliked, I was like, what? Yeah. Who would want to be disliked? Of course, like it's just a known thing that, everybody wants to do their best to be acknowledged by others. So it's like, it's kind of crazy how this book says the courage to be disliked. And I'm just like, well, okay, let's go for it. And it's just, okay. It's changed a lot of the ways I've really gone about life, so.
Oh,
nice.
Okay, what else you got for us?
Well, this is it's more of a comic, but I still count it as a book. So it's like, okay. It's called,
He's giggling.
I grew up, it's called Batman the White Knight.
Hey, okay.
Why are you laughing? I mean, I love graphic novels. Those things are awesome.
Yeah. This is a DC comic, and it's really, really good. It's just I don't know. I love anything that has to do with Batman.
Ah.
So you're a Batman fan?
I'm a Batman fan. I'm a huge Batman fan.
Who's your
He's
favorite
cool.
Batman?
Favorite superhero? Batman?
Who's your favorite Batman right now?
Who's my sorry?
Who's your favorite Batman? The one that played Batman through the years?
Oh. I'll have to go with Christian Bale.
Christian Bale? How do you feel about Robert Pattinson?
Robert Pattinson. Well, I haven't seen him, be Batman yet, so we'll have to see.
Christian Bale. Okay.
But I pray he does good. Yeah, I think Christian Bale so far.
He was a good Batman. I loved Michael Keaton too.
Definitely.
Michael Keaton was like a really good Batman.
No,
Val Kilmer, not so much, but we're gonna let that slide.
Nobody liked George Clooney as Batman, no?
Hey, George Clooney he's George Clooney.
I think they all did their own special way of being Batman, so of course we'll have to acknowledge all of that. But I'm just I've actually never really taken an interest in those who played Batman, real life Batman. I'm more of into watching the cartoons and the voice actors of it. I think when I was playing because I'm also a gamer. Batman Arkham Knight.
Yeah, okay.
That was the guy that actually voiced this most of the Batman series.
Oh, the animated series?
Yeah, the animated series.
Okay.
I forgot his name though. But he's always voiced Batman. So yeah.
Okay, so now we've moved on to a Batman book. What's next? What else can you recommend for people?
I don't have it here, but I do recommend Looking for Ali Brandy.
Looking for Ali Brandy?
Mm-hmm.
What's it about? That sounds awesome.
It's the story of a 17-year-old girl who happens to be Italian, and she's basically just going through stages of life and just looking at her grow through all her experiences. It was really inspiring, and it's actually the first book that I took seriously and really read back in 2015. This was when I was in the hotel arrest before going into the PPP house.
Hey, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
You were 13.
I was 13.
Okay, last reco. Do you have a last
I read
one?
that book in 2 days. Last one?
Yeah, last reco.
Last one.
She's looking around her room. I think it's a library. It's a bookstore, dude. You see that stare, Karla? It's
You know when Beast surprises Belle with the room? Let's be real. Guys think girls want a diamond ring. Hell no, we want that room.
I want a freaking library.
That's the room we want.
If Chris Lawrence had a cabinet with clothes, Ylona will be a cabinet and is gonna open up into a whole room of books.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
It's
It's gonna be a wardrobe that leads to another room, kind of like Narnia, and it's just full of books.
Oh
Yeah.
sounds like the dream.
But thinking of a book that I'd recommend, probably LDK.
LDK.
It's a manga, actually.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I'm a huge manga fan, and I love shoujo mangas. So, but yeah, LDK is really cool because it's it goes about the growth of two different types of people. You know what I mean? There's this girl that's very and this guy that's very quiet, timid. He doesn't really like to open up much, and the girl is just very full on. She keeps pushing and insisting, and I see myself in both of the characters. So it's really nice to see how both of them grow separately as individuals and together as as a couple. It's really cool. Yeah.
Hey,
Really
cool.
interesting. I always thought mangas were just super light or I didn't know that they had mangas like that. That sounds inspiring and thought-provoking, girl.
Me too. Yeah, it's really cool.
Thank you for your recommends.
We're gonna have more questions. So once again, Monsters, if you're tuned in, don't forget to open up your laptop, open up your phone. We're also on Facebook Live, facebook.com/RX931. So many questions. We're gonna do rapid fire questions over on Facebook Live. So head on over there. And if you have any questions, you can tweet us at RX931 with the hashtag Ylona Goes All Out.
All Out with Rico and Karla. All out music and all out fun. Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on Manila's hottest Monster RX 93.1.